Alicia, what's on your mind?
I'm very scattered, Digby. And what's on my mind is transition and overwhelm.
For you?
For everyone I think I've had a conversation with so far this week.
Yeah, well,
but also for
tell
me.
us about that.
Okay, so we're in Levin, right? In this beautiful outdoor setting in Levin.
They talk Levin down, but it's
I don't know why
actually
they do
all right.
that. And so this is my first trip away from home since the start of COVID.
Yeah, right.
So we
Out
were
of the
in
bubble.
we were in Auckland about 3 days before lockdown, and since then we haven't left Wellington. And so we're here for 3 days, 4 days. Well, that sun is quite bright. And I found it really hard to get out of the house. I felt really weird about it. Like, just packing was hard, and like for someone who's usually on a plane 3 days a week, just trying to pack a bag.
Isn't that fascinating? Because I was super excited this morning. I'm like,
yeah?
I get out of here, I can drive more than 5Ks. You know?
Yeah.
It's actually been quite exciting. But you've had a different experience.
Well, like, it was good, but also it was just a bit odd. I just felt a bit vulnerable about it in a way that I didn't expect to. And I've been having conversations with people this week about what it's been like transitioning back to, like, there's people in the office and there's people starting to work.
So kind of coming back to something that kind of like what we were used to.
Yeah, and the exec team I had this morning, I had a team at 8 o'clock, and they described it as a bit of a roller coaster. They were like, it's really exciting to be going out and coming in together and having these meetings, and like they were like giggly school children. It was quite good. But also they're like, oh yeah, but everyone's really uncertain, and they want, like, our teams want more direction from us, and we want to be now getting them back up to speed and running things.
Yeah, right.
But they're used to having that level of direction and decisiveness, and kind of struggling without it.
What's the struggle for you with that? Like, what's hard about that?
I think for me, like, you know what a psycho I am about the way that I use time, right? I really...
Yeah, you have to, right?
I have to be.
Yeah.
I live a very constrained schedule around my kids and my practice, my life, and I get really frustrated if I feel like I'm not using time really well. It's one of my biggest frustrations. And when you're scattered and your brain's off in 3 or 4 different things, it's really, you get stuck in place.
So is it kind of like, because I'm not being productive
Yes.
and I'm not making shit happen, then this is not a good use of time?
Well, I'm more than happy to not be productive if I've been intentional about creating space for thinking, or space for writing, or space for relaxation.
Yeah.
But I think overwhelm makes intention hard.
Yeah. So you're kind of just in the mess. Often a metaphor I use is, I surf, right? So it's when you get dumped by a wave, and when you're in this whitewater thing, the worst thing you can do is fight it.
Yeah.
Because if you're fighting, trying to get out of that wave, it's not going to let you.
Yeah.
The best thing you can do is
you're just tired.
Yeah, and I think, we've talked before about surrender, and I think, there's something about going, oh, I'm in it. Oh, yeah. And the more you're used to that kind of tumbling feeling, and you just kind of go, actually, the only thing I can do is go with it right now, with the intent that I'll pop up. And there's this great saying, this too will pass, eh? But that's hard, because you want to be in control.
Unless I've been intentional about deciding I'm not going to be.
Well, that's it. But isn't that the thing?
That's it, isn't it?
Isn't it like, here we are, this is the whitewater. Right, let's name it, this is the whitewater moment. And maybe I just have to be intentional, and the thing to be intentional about is just to surrender. I don't know. I feel like I'm coaching you, but
yeah, I feel like you are. This has turned into a minor therapy session, but you're not
that's
wrong.
All right.
But you're not wrong. Like, and so I talk a lot about overwhelm, and it pops up everywhere, right? So overwhelm is trying to do too many projects or send people in too many different directions. Overwhelm is personal productivity. Overwhelm is emotional regulation. I think that overwhelm idea pops up everywhere. And in some spaces, I'm really good at managing that and working with people to go, we just got to get clear, mate. We just got to cut shit. And I think in other spaces, you teach what you most need to learn. Doing that in your own life can be tricky.
I also wonder about whether it's helpful to have someone to do exactly what you just said, which is to come in and go, okay, let's just cut through the crap. Yeah, it's overwhelmed. Right, what do we need to do? So move you out of kind of this like navel-gazy space into actually just get on with some shit. And do you need a circuit breaker, I wonder?
Yeah. I mean, the chat I had with my team today, the exec team today, and we ended up deciding that the area they should just most focus on for the next week was just showing up and how they were showing up for their teams, how they were showing up for their board, how they were showing up for their community, and just going, right, just be intentional about who you are. Don't worry too much about what happens,
I love that.
but do that.
I love that. So not really even what you're doing or saying, but just how you want to show up.
Yeah.
Right. And that's often
and that's
being
most of
real,
the job,
being authentic, isn't it? Right.
Yeah.
And because people can smell the intent, even though they hear the content. They smell the intent. That's Georgia Murch, right?
That's
she says
nice.
that. I love that.
That's very nice.
And it's like, if you have intent to be a connector, to be authentic, to be real, then people will experience that, as opposed to, they're really, the words are secondary, right? It's kind of, how are you showing up? Yeah. Wow. So in transition, we're in transition right now. How are you showing up? How are you managing your own state to show up in the way you want to show up?
Beaut.
But cool. By the way, that wasn't anything besides a, hey, I hear you. It wasn't footsies.
You know.
We're still doing A-roll, you know this.
It's all A-roll.
It's all A-roll.
It's all A-roll.